Every 5 weeks, we were bringing in about 10,000 pills. Like anything else, there's rules. I wasn't allowed to sell drugs on somebody else's turf, but I figured, you know what I mean? I'm gonna do me. I was in a fantasy world. Boom! And they have a freaking machine gun to my head. I thought I was dead. I was relieved that it was the police.
I was a teenage felon.
Oh, wow, bro. You definitely got to send me that link, bro. Oh, my God. That's awesome, man.
Let me ask you a question. Did you come here to listen to money or make it? This is L.A. Williams, the Blind Master. And Sean V. Bradley and I came here for one reason and one reason only. And that's to fill your pockets with money. Now, how are we going to do it? By giving you the secrets, techniques, and strategies for you to stop losing and start winning at this game called automotive professional sales.
Hey everybody, this is Sean V. Bradley, president of Dealer Synergy. Bam! I'm the creator of the Millionaire Car Salesman Group, creator of the Millionaire Car Salesman Podcast. And we got a special guest here, man. We got a top performer of a multi-billion-dollar dealer group on the East Coast, Ray McLaughlin II. Did I say that right, brother?
Yes, sir. You did.
All right. So first of all, okay, so you work for Koons Baltimore Ford, correct?
Yeah, Koons Ford of Baltimore.
Okay. And man, I'm going to tell you right now, we're super proud of the Koons Automotive Group. They've been our client for Dealer Synergy and Bradley Demand for about 4 years now. And I've been in the industry for almost 25 years, brother. And I've seen a lot of dealer groups, but the way that Koons executes, wow. I mean, like you guys, I think are like 3 billion or close to 3 billion a year. I mean, like that's big money. So let's start there. You know what I mean? Like how awesome of an organization is it to work for at Koons?
Well, first and foremost, I've been in the business for 15 years, started in 2008. So I do have experience at other dealers, which I think is obviously the key to really being able to know and appreciate how good of an organization Koons is. I've worked for a family owned and operated. I started there for 8 years. It was a Honda dealership. Worked at a Nissan dealership for 4 years, did management there. And now I'm here, man. And I can tell you it's a breath of fresh air. It's just absolutely amazing how they price their vehicles, the inventory, the selection. Not to mention I'm 10 minutes from my house, Sean. That's cherry icing, whipped cream and everything on the cake. But just the process starts with at the top. I mean, I've seen a lot of general managers, Sean, and my general manager, the best general manager I've ever seen. I've been to multiple dealerships, doing dealer exchanges, just having relationships with people throughout the business. I've never seen a general manager that has his desk right at the front door. Right at the front door, he greets customers. He walks them to go get tags. A lot of customers, I talk to them, and they've been knowing him for a year. They don't even know he's the general manager. I mean,
that's crazy.
It's just...
So shut him out. Who's the GM of the store? Tell everybody.
Dennis Colossus, the best GM out there by far. Been in the business over 40 years. But the difference between Dennis and every other GM I've ever worked for is he's front line, man. He greets the customers. He's there. We close at 9 on Saturdays, which is really late. He's there until the last customer leaves every Saturday. When most general managers are planning for their weekend and trying to get out of there, he's making sure that he stays in there with us, man. So I'll run through a wall for him. I'm a type of person that I respect what I actually see. And other than words, and he's shown me nothing from day one other than just, I mean, he's amazing, man. He's a machine. I just don't know how he does it.
I want to dive into your background and stuff like that in a second, but you just opened Pandora's box here because I'm really passionate about this, obviously as a trainer, and I really believe that the best managers are the ones that lead by example. Because if I'm just going to delegate stuff and go play golf and yell and bitch and moan and this and like that, I honestly, I just don't see that working, you know, especially now in this economy and this life when so many people could go to Uber Eats or be a TikTok star or whatever it is. You know what I mean? So let's talk about that. How much is that important to you that you see your leader like in the field, and he's about that life, and he's humble, and he's working. I mean, to say that people have known him for years and don't even know he's the GM, that's crazy. So
It's
how
crazy,
important is
man.
that you on the front lines to have a leader like that? How does that inspire you and motivate you to be great?
I mean, it's everything, Sean. I mean, we like to consider ourselves as the big leagues here. We're a super high volume dealer. We're open 6 days a week. We sell between 400 to 600 cars a month. So we're the real deal, man. We don't play like it's no part-time salespeople here. I mean, we have about 20 salespeople, but literally 12 of them have been in the business over 15 years, and 6 of them have been here for over 20. 3 of them have followed Dennis through 30 years of selling cars, which to me, nothing speaks more than a customer referral, right? Or a B-back, or somebody that buys another car from you. I think nothing shows more in the car business than people that are willing to follow a general manager from another dealership here. You know what I mean? Dennis has been here for over 20 years, but he has salespeople that have been with him longer than that. So
that's crazy.
When I came here, Sean, I told Dennis, I said, I've been in the business at that time. It was around 12 and a half years. And I was just ready to be at a place that gave me unlimited income earning potential. I wanted to be at a place where, like Mr. Dennis says, man, we're on go. We're always buying cars. We're always selling cars. I came from a place that also had a different perspective on pricing that I hated. The additional reconditioning and inspection fees that you add on to pricing, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. I had to sell cars that way for a little while, and I didn't like it. My customers didn't like it. I'm a huge customer-oriented salesperson. They call me the customer advocate, and I'm okay with that because my customers know that no matter what, I'm going to go 10 times for them. But yeah, man, I mean, doing the interview with Dennis, hearing about him, but actually seeing it with my own eyes day in, day out. I have the first desk, so I'm able to literally see him, and just the work ethic is just, I mean, it's similar to me with Michael Jordan. A big story, I'm a big sports guy, but a big story about Michael Jordan was the day after he won one of his finals championship rings. He was in the gym that next day, that next night, trying to get the next one. I think that's a special kind of person. And my GM is a special kind of guy, man. I mean, he's got all the money in the world, all the success in the world, but he literally has a passion for selling cars, and it pumps through his blood and it pumps through his veins. And it gives me, every time I look up and I want to complain or I want to have anything bad, and I look at that guy and I say, man, I don't got nothing to complain about. Let me get back to work. So.
All right, let me ask you some questions. How did you get into the automotive industry? Why did you start selling cars? What did you do before?
Yeah, so great question, Sean. I actually graduated college. I graduated at the University of Maryland, Eastern Shore. Shout out Hawks, go Hawks, Eastern Shore Hawks. In 2007, graduated with a business administration degree, and I went straight to Enterprise Rent-A-Car, man. They got me fresh out of college. Back then, they were one of the top management trainees out there. So I started at Enterprise fresh out of college. My pastor is the one that actually got me selling cars, which is crazy, wow. Man. It's a crazy story because I joined the church and was really into it. And my pastor used to have dinners at his house. And it only took me 2 times to go to his house to realize how big it was and how nice his cars was and stuff. But we were a very small church. So I knew it didn't come from the money in the church. So as I started to talk to him more, he was in sales. He had been selling cars for over 20 years. He sold at BMW dealership. He was in luxury. And it was literally in the middle of the pandemic. I don't know what you were doing in 08, 09, Sean, but Cash for Clunkers was out, and it was crazy, right? So he was asking me to leave my career, what I thought was my career job, making $28,000 to $35,000 a year, to go out and to sell cars in the middle of a bad situation. And you're telling me to go and do commission sales in the middle of a time where we don't even know where our next. That's crazy. It's crazy. And when he looked at me and he said, Ray, I'm telling you, you were built for this. I'm like, whatever, Pastor, you're just saying that. And, man, he got me an interview. He got me across the street at the Honda dealer. He worked at BMW. I worked across the street at Honda. They were owned by the same. And needless to say, 15 years later, I've not had 1 month where I didn't sell a car, didn't eat. And that's how I started in the business, man.
God bless. That's what's up, man. I love hearing stuff like that. So let's talk about your stats, man. Again, you like sports. So this is the Millionaire Car Salesman. This ain't the 100,000-aire group. We're trying to be about this life and this money. What's the most amount of cars you sold in a month in your career?
You know, it's funny you say that because the most I've sold is since I've been here. I was at 27 and a half for a long time. My third or fourth month when I started here in 2021, I sold 34 and a half cars. I actually did 31 last month, which was my second best month ever.
Okay, so wait a minute. So you did 30. Whoa. You did 31 cars in a global post-pandemic situation with low inventory, with mad factory direct orders. I'm loving this. Okay, next question is, what's the most amount of money you made in a month gross for yourself?
I'm glad you asked that. Because I talk about it all the time. When you make that much money, you never forget it, right?
Right.
I made $35,000 in 1 month. And after taxes, I woke up and I saw $20,865 in my account at one time. And I immediately jumped up and went to work, man. It was the most amount I've ever made in 1 month. Last month, I actually made $29,000. So I came close to the 30 and some change, but not quite.
What's the most you made in a year?
2021. I started at Koons Ford in January January the 10th, 2021 was the day I started. That year I made $231,000 gross. Never forget it. 231, man. 231, 123, 231, man. It was an awesome year, man.
Let's talk about that. You when you think back, the story you just said about your pastor. What's his name? Pastor what?
Pastor Kevin Robinson. He's still in the car business right now.
I love it. So shout out to Pastor Robinson for bringing you into the industry, because you had hesitations of going into a volatile economy, being performance based, to giving up a job making $24,000 to $30,000 a year. And here you are, brother, telling me you're making $31,000, $34,000, $29,000 a month. Is that mind blowing when you think about it? That you were making less than that a year. You're doing that in a month now. What kind of blessing is that?
Well, first of all, that the 29 I made last month was the first time I made that since 2021. So that was a blessing within itself, because the last couple of years have been a little bit rough, and in our terms, rough might be a little bit pushing it, but you know what I mean. Once you start making that type of money, everything else under that is not acceptable. It's like once you start winning championships, anything other than winning a championship is not acceptable.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about money for a second here, okay? Because again, this is a money show. All right,
absolutely.
There's some people that say money isn't everything, and you shouldn't be focused on making money, and money, does bring you happiness, and money is the root of all evil. What is your opinion on it? I have my opinion, but I want to ask you first. What is your opinion on that concept that money is not important, that you shouldn't focus on money, and you should feel guilty that you want more money, and you should just be happy with what you have and all that other stuff?
I would say 99% of people that say that are broke. Not to be funny. Not to be funny, Sean, but 99% of people who have that mentality is because they don't have the money, Sean. It's just like 99% of not so good looking women might say, looks aren't that important. So, Sean, that's what I say about those type of people. I feel like you're a fool to have that mentality. Now, what I do believe is money is a tool. Money is a tool that you should use to create experiences. Okay. Money is a tool to create experiences. It's not about how much money you make. It's about how much money you keep, how much money you save, how much money you invest. Okay. And that's where I think people get it messed up at. Those salesmen that I see that don't have return business and don't have repeat customers, but been in the business for 5 or 6 years, they're thinking wrong. They're about the money. Now, the money means that I'm not listening to what that customer's needs is. I'm trying to put them on a car that makes me the most money, right? That's what I consider as greed and people thinking about money. I think that money should not be the end all be all in everything that you do. But Sean, I mean, anybody that has had nice experiences and go on nice vacations and have done nice things have understand and know that you need money in order to do those things. So money is not your God. Money is not, shouldn't be the end all be all, but you're a fool if you don't think that we need money to be able to use as a tool. And the more money you have, the better off you'll be able to be, man. So that's how I feel about that.
I would agree. I'm gonna freestyle for a moment here and give you my perspective. I concur with you. I believe that people that say things like that, I think it's probably an accurate statistic. 99% of those people are broke and never had money. You know what I mean? So you're only speaking from that paradigm, from that perspective. I've been both. I've been ghetto poor in the projects in Queens and Brooklyn, New York. I lost 6 years of my life in the feds by the time I was 22 years old. So I've been through like a lot of stuff. I've been poor and I've been rich, and I choose rich all day. And here's my thing though. Money shouldn't change you. If you're an asshole, you're gonna be an asshole broke. You know, whether you have money or you're not, an asshole's an asshole. Money to me is only going to enhance or, I don't know, maximize and project your real persona. You know what I'm saying? And to your point, here's the reality. 100% of churches operate off of donations and tithing. If money wasn't important, they wouldn't pass that bucket up or that basket up twice on a Sunday and Wednesdays and Thursdays or whatever other time that there are. See, prayers are important and they're good, but they're not the only thing. You need money to make things happen. You need money to live, to sustain yourself, to create experiences, create opportunities. But if you want to bless other people, you could pray all you want. For those people in Maui that just had those fires, I mean, all the prayers you want, you could get a T-shirt and shit like that. But but they need money, they need supplies, they need homes, they need stuff like that. So I don't think it's irresponsible to want money or to want more. Now, if you want it to, like you said, I like the words that you use. Money shouldn't be your God. Sometimes people put way too much value in money, and I don't worship money and what have you. I'm Sean Bradley broke. I'm Sean Bradley rich. I'm Sean Bradley, period. However, don't shy away from it. Don't be embarrassed from it. And for the God's sake, don't feel guilty for wanting to do better, to do more, to achieve more, to have more. You got to understand, brother, there's only 86,400 seconds in a day. The average human being only lives to see 76 summers. I just had my 47th summer this year. 47.
Congratulations, brother. Congratulations.
Thank you. My birthday was last week. My birthday was a couple days ago, August 17th. Thank you.
Okay, nice. Okay.
I was chilling in Mexico at the Xcaret Resort, doing those experiences. And that couldn't happen with just some wishes and hopes. That costs a lot of money.
No, that's funny you say that, because I went to Cancun and that was my first experience out the country. And I realized that very, very quickly that they treat you a little bit different when they think that you're going to give them that tip as opposed to not, right? So that service is what it's all about. But also, just real quickly, just to piggyback on what you were saying with the churches, hence why Pastor Kevin Robinson, even though he loved God, man of God, went church, but he still had a full-time job selling cars, because guess what? Even Pastor Kevin Robinson knew that you still need to make money, and money wasn't an important tool towards building his church, because he used the money that he made from working to build his church, because smaller church, like you say, tithing, donations is all you got and all that stuff. So, yeah, I just wanted to piggyback on what you were saying about that church correlation, because that's kind of funny.
No doubt. And here's the other thing with this is that to me, you also touched on something. You had some apprehensions. Do you realize that that is one of the main reasons why people don't get into the automotive sales industry? And one of the main reasons why they leave this industry is because of the commission-based or performance-based situation. Some people are just wired differently. They'd rather have a lot less money, but they could count on every week, than count on themselves, count on their own abilities. And here's what's crazy. If you can't believe in yourself, why the hell should anybody else believe in you, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, again, I own multiple companies. I'm a business owner. And the way that my mind works, I'm like, wait a minute here. You don't even believe in yourself, you know, enough to risk, you know what I mean? This, that, and the other thing, but you want to be luggage in my company and just sit there and collect or whatever. I think people need to change their paradigms and stop, you know, depending on the government. Stop depending on your boss. Stop depending on fucking everybody else. You got to stand on your own two legs, whether you're a man, a woman. You know, if you were a human being, you have to turn around and take responsibility for yourself. And that's why I truly love this industry, because, bro, I'm a natural born hustler from the streets of Queens and Brooklyn, New York. I'm not built like the regular people. You know what I'm saying? So I hustle hard. And for me, my whole entire life, since I was 6 years old, I've been 6 years old. I've been grinding on the street. And so for me, that's all I had was commission-based stuff. If I didn't hustle, I didn't eat, literally.
Yeah.
So for me, when I got into automotive, I was like you, I was a 30 car guy, brother. Like I used to average about 33 units a month at a Lincoln Worker Mazda dealership, and salesman of the month, salesman of the year. And for me, it was, I would just outwork all these people because it was just built in me. And I wasn't worried about, you know, if I don't do this, if this doesn't happen. Too many people worry about if this, if that, if this, if that. Stop that shit. Stop tripping. Can you talk about that? Talk about how, you know, it was hard for you, but you made that leap, and you're so glad you did. You know, you suppressed that fear of commissions and performance stuff, and look at you now. Talk about that for a second.
Yeah, I mean, in the middle of a time where even some experts would tell you, oh, no, don't do commission right now. It's just, you know, it was in the middle of a bad time for us. But no, man, I mean, Sean, it's just listening to you gives me goosebumps, man. It's so crazy because you touch on so many things that I talk about all the time. One, first of all, the best car salesmen are hustlers, brother. That's just the bottom line to it. I mean, I know a couple people in the game and that's done some things. And like you say, man, when you from those bricks and you from those streets and all you've done is hustle, man, this is like a piece of cake, man. It's like, so you're telling me I can go home and not have to worry about waking up in the middle of the night because I'm scared somebody's going to leak. Dude, that's what I tell people. I said, man, this is the same thing on the streets. It's just legal, man. The cars is the inventory. The car is the gold. The car is what they say, guns and butter, man, from Baby Boy. The guns and the butter, man. It's just, that's what it's all about. And when you, the reason why you have that beast in you is the same thing I was telling you about my general manager, Dennis, man. He's from Greece. He was born broke and poor, and he talks about his build and his small incremental, and you can just tell, man. And that's why real can recognize real. Like if you spent a couple hours a day or so around my GM, you would know, oh yeah, he's one of those ones, man. You know, and Ray, when you're built like that.
Ray, do you know that Vice TV did a show on me?
Vice TV? No, I didn't.
Bro, watch this. Your group knows, like Shanti and all the corporate people know. Look at this. This is the trailer.
I was the plug. Every 5 weeks, we were bringing in about 10,000 pills. Like anything else, there's rules. I wasn't allowed to sell drugs on somebody else's turf, but I figured, you know what I mean? I'm gonna do me. I was in a fantasy world. Boom! They have a freaking machine gun to my head. I thought I was dead. I was relieved that it was the police.
I was a teenage felon.
Oh, wow, bro. You definitely got to send me that link, bro. Oh, my God. That's awesome, man. Jeez.
Yeah, so I was the star of the Vice TV show. I was a teenage felon. Crazy, right?
Oh, wow, man. That is crazy, bro. That's
yeah.
crazy.
So they did a whole hour episode on my life. You know what I mean? So they did the live reenactments like there. And so there's 20 episodes. They did an entire episode on me, on my life. And I was actually the series finale, the grand finale. And it aired for like 8 million households across the world. It was like serious shit, you know?
That's huge, bro. You got to send me that link, bro. That's, man, it's just funny, man. Like I say, it gives me goosebumps and it just makes me laugh because it's just like I've been saying that for so long, man. And then just to touch on the next thing that you said that I preach about all the time, man. And I tell people, you know, I got people that call me and they ask me for advice. And I had a guy that's been selling real estate for forever. So he calls me, man, I know you're the guy to talk to. Tell me about the business. I'm thinking about changing over. And like one of the main things I tell him is, man, dude, if you're not willing to bet on yourself every single day, if you're not willing to wake up and have that confidence every single day, if you aren't willing to grind, just do something else, bro. Please. Right. Because I tell people, man, we spend entirely too many hours at this dealership for you to be mediocre, man. It's just, it doesn't, honestly, I tell people, it doesn't make sense. If you're not making at least $10,000 a month, at least, that's just bare minimum, just talking bare minimums now, then to me, the time that you're putting in is not worth it. If you're going to do something half, but it's not worth it. But bro, that's the difference between the career salesman, car salesman, and the order takers and the part-time people, man. You know, it's just like anything else, man. You step on a basketball court or football court, you step on a street corner, you can immediately know who's the players and who's not, man, because you've been there. You know what I mean? So in this game, it doesn't take long to know who's the guy, who's not, who's real, who's not. And that's what I respect so much about my general manager, man. It's so yeah, man. I mean, going in there in the middle of where it was the worst time, and I'm looking at my pastor, and I'm gonna be honest. I mean, if it wasn't for him telling me, that specific person, Pastor Kevin Robinson, looking at me and telling me in my eyes, Ray, you're built for this, I would have never done it. It was that at that time, he was like my mentor, and I was really like, was honed in and was really like following his lead a lot. And when he looked at me and told me that, I got this chill. And bro, and that's what it is, man. I play sports, and I just think people that play sports, people that done restaurant business, and people that have done street pharmaceuticals or been, I think those are the three best people to do the car business because they know, man. They just know. They have the work ethic. They have the customer service ethic, which I think a lot of people are missing in this. So let me
jump in, Ray. Like this is important because of the time. I want to pick your brain now. So we have literally hundreds of thousands of people in our network that listen to the show. I mean, like literally, this is a huge podcast. We have the Millionaire Car Salesman Facebook group with almost 30,000 members on Facebook. And These are all owners, automotive professionals. I want to give some advice. One reason that we picked you, corporate picked you, Koons Corporate identified you as one of their superstars, brother. So to be on the radar of a multi-billion-dollar company, your corporation, to say, you need to interview this brother, he is amazing. We couldn't wait to do this interview. So tell us some of your secrets to success. Like, how do you sell all your cars? You know what I mean? Because the average salesperson only sells about 9 cars a month. That's it. And here you are selling, triple that.
Never knew that. Is that a real stat? Is that a real statistic, Sean?
That's NADA. And I think it might even be lower right now because of the pandemic. Before the pandemic, it was 9.6. So I think it's about 9.1 or whatever. It's about 9 units a month. That's it. The average salesperson literally only sells about 9 cars a month. That is it, bro. That's it.
Bro,
I know people right now that only got 5 cars out for the month right now. 5 cars out for the month. So how do you sell your cars? There's 8 ways that a showroom salesperson can sell cars: walk-in ups, be-backs, internet, phone, prior customers / orphan owners, service conversions, referrals, and a lost auto prospecting. And those are the 8 main ways. How do you get your cars? What are the main ways you get your cars every month?
After these messages, we'll be right back. Dealer Synergy is an award-winning training, consulting, CRM, recruiting, and accountability firm. We are a 13-time Dealer Choice Award winner. We have proudly served automotive dealers for 20 years and have trained over 150,000 automotive sales professionals. We've worked with over 3,700 rooftops across the country, not including our global clients in Canada, Russia, the Dominican Republic, and more. We are the most sought-after subject matter experts and pioneers of the automotive industry. Our executive team has a combined 75-plus years of automotive industry expertise at the highest level. We've literally taken dealerships from having challenges and problems, some even on the brink of bankruptcy, to becoming national success stories.
Dealer Synergy had really helped build something from the ground up. You guys have made me fall in love with what I've always loved to do. I give credit to Dealer Synergy.
I just hired 8 people, and Dealer Synergy HR really was critical in me being able to do it.
You provided the training, you helped us with our CRM. You've provided a solution for a lot of things that I was looking for. Our people love LA, what Karen has done for me personally. Franca, her communication back and forth. You've got a really solid group of people.
Having somebody like Sean and his company that knows automotive, so the marriage between what knowledge he possesses and the fact that he has this great video production staff, it gives you the best of both worlds. So I would certainly recommend them.
Sean comes in the dealership and he advanced us light years ahead of our competition.
Just an absolute leading edge training company.
Go to BradleyOnDemand.com and give your team access to the best automotive training in the world.
Well, first and foremost, I've had the same phone number for 15 years. The same phone number. I have not changed my phone number one time. Okay.
Smart.
That means that I had people calling me from 2009 that I've sold their car, and now their sons or their daughters have gotten their driver's license and they're coming to find me. So I say that is the key to number one is consistency, baby.
Woo!
You gotta
Yes.
be consistent, brother. You gotta be consistent, and you gotta have some organizational skills. You gotta be organized. I mean, when I'm able to look at my customers in their eyes and tell them that I've had this same number for 15 years and you'll always be able to reach me, and say it with 100% confidence, you know what that does for my customer referral business? They instantly know this guy's about business. So number one, I think that's a key, be consistent.
Let me be specific too. I feel where you're coming from with this. That's dope. And I don't really hear people say about the phone number like that, but that's a very accurate point. The second thing though is one of the things that breaks my heart about this industry is they think that the grass is greener on the other side. But the cliche goes, the grass is greener where you water it. You know what I'm saying? So again, a lot of people, like in the restaurant business, like waiters and waitresses, they come and go because they think it's better tips, better environment, better opportunities somewhere else. The most successful people in this industry, I've interviewed them all. You know what I mean? Like the people like Ali Reddas and the Cody Carters, these people sell 150 cars in a month, single people. Yeah. These are the real Michael Jordans of this shit. And they've stayed in the same dealership for 20 straight years. You know what I mean? And like you said, they work their book of business and referrals. So when you say consistency, I'm not hearing just consistency on the phone number. I'm saying developing roots within the dealership and in the community that your dealership supports. Would you agree with that?
Oh, 100%. And that's where I think we have to take advantage of social media. From where I started in 2008 to now, social media is, a world of difference, right? So I make it a plan for every day for me to get on social media somehow, whether I'm showing I'm a customer, whether I'm displaying a car, whether I'm talking about special finance rates or introducing a new model lineup and want to give some.
What social platforms are you on? What social platforms are you on?
Instagram. Instagram is Ray Bossman McLaughlin. You can find me on that. And Facebook is Ray McLaughlin. You can find me on that. Snapchat too. I don't really do that as much, but I really want to start with the Twitter, man. I don't have really Twitter, but I think, not Twitter. What's the one that you do the videos on? TikTok. Yes. I want to really start on TikTok because we have a couple of sales people here on TikTok that got a couple of sales on that. It's just so much, man, that you can't inundate yourself with it. So Instagram and Facebook are my two main ones that I use.
All right, let me break some stuff down for you then. First of all, I think that's absolutely brilliant. Social media is the number one form of communication on planet Earth. So being able to tap into social media is really key. Let's start with TikTok. I don't know if you know, but my daughters are in the business. One of my daughters has got 6 years experience. She's only 24 years old. She spent 3 years working at a Buick GMC dealership. And at 19 years old, she was averaging 20 cars a month. She has her own website, tgotyourkeys.com. She's got her own. She was actually on her website driving traffic through Facebook ads and Instagram ads and crushing it. And she's got a TikTok channel with 20,000 followers. She's got one video that went viral, 2.5 million organic views. She spotted 10 cars off of it. So, brother, much respect. You're already my client. Holler at me afterwards. I'm going to connect you with my daughter, Tiana. Oh, by the way, she's a keynote speaker everywhere. She's speaking at Driving Sales, Digital Dealer, NADA, NAMAD, the Automotive State of the Union Conference. And this year, in 2024, next year, she's speaking with the head of TikTok for automotive at NADA about the power of TikTok. So my daughter could help you, bro. It's like that.
Oh, that's huge. No, man, TikTok was something I've been wanting to tap into. It's something that I'm noticing that's huge, man. Even TikTok followers, there's so much more like with
She's
Facebook
got a whole
and
process
Instagram,
for you.
Sometimes you got haters. TikTok people, they just seem to, the TikTok community just seems to be just an awesome community to be a part of, man.
Oh, absolutely. And then my nephew, just so you know the history of TikTok, it used to be called Musical.ly. Musical.ly was the first, platform. And then it was the same exact platform. They just changed their name. They rebranded it to TikTok. So my nephew, his name is Nelson. He's actually an official TikTok influencer with 300,000 followers. And they used to book him across. So my daughter created a TikTok course and she coaches for TikTok. So I'll help you out at no charge, bro, because you're already a client. You guys, your whole group is my client. So all you got to do is reach out to Tiana. She gives you some stuff. But I got more heat for you. Watch this. Okay, I'm going to source to you. You like sports, right? What's your favorite sport?
Sports. I'm a freak, bro. I basketball and football, but I love baseball.
Stop. Listen, let's not talk about football because we are Eagles over here, and I don't smoke with you. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm digging this.
Good, man. It's Ravens Nation. It's all good, man. It's NFC. It ain't nothing. It ain't about nothing.
So, but listen, let's talk about basketball for a second. Follow my analogy, and brother, feel me where I'm coming from. If you want to really be a baller, and if you think you got ball skills, and how could you not know who Dr. J is, or who Patrick Ewing is, or Michael Jordan is?
The game, right?
Yeah, exactly. But see, too many people in our industry don't respect the game. You know what I mean? You need. Whenever I go training, one of the first things I ask everybody is like, okay, who's here about this life? And everybody's like, oh, me, I'm this, I'm doing that. I'm like, okay, cool. Who's the best person in the automotive industry? Like, I don't know. Then how the hell could you be the best if you don't even know who the best is? You got nothing to benchmark yourself. You have nothing to compare yourself to and aspire to except for your own imagination, which makes no sense. Absolutely. So for me, let me talk to you about one of these people because I'm going to break some game down for you. His name is Cody Carter. You know who Cody Carter is?
Heard the name, don't know exactly. I'm writing it down, though. Okay. Cody Carter?
Yes, he's part of the Millionaire Car Salesman Network. He's actually signed to our company. He's like one of our rock stars. He works at Tustin Toyota in Orange County, California. Brother, he sold 1,200 units last year in 2022. 1,200.
You know what? I saw he did a video, right? I saw a video. Yes. Yes.
He made $1.1 million in a year selling cars. 1.1 million. And then with all the money he made from the car sales, he's flipping cars. He's buying TRXs from Virginia, shipping them to California and making $18,000 profit. So for shits and giggles, he's buying cars from across the country. Think about it. You're in the car business, right? And so he's buying TRXs from Virginia and he's waiting for them 6 months, 8 months. They finally come in. They ship to California. He's sending them directly to the auction, making $18,000 profit on these things on the side hustle. Then he's investing in real estate. This guy's a multi-millionaire because he is, and you ready for this? You're going to die, bro. He works from 7 to 3, or wait a minute, is it 8 to 3? 7 to 3 or 8 to 3, 5 days a week. That's it. He's got one assistant. And that's the whole thing is that at certain levels, you know what I mean? Like if you really I know a lot of these basketball players, how many people gave homage in the NBA to Kobe Bryant? You know what I mean? Like, or to Michael Jordan, you know what I mean? And they are ballers. You know what I mean? These are professional NBA athletes, but like, yo, man, when I was getting to play with, you know, with Kobe, when I played with Jordan, oh my God, because there's that respect and you learn from that. Iron sharpens iron. You can't turn around and be a beast if everybody else is beneath you at your store, right or wrong. You've got to seek somebody outside your circle. So let me break something down for you. You know, one of his secrets, check this out, brother. One of his secrets is Facebook groups. He works at a Toyota dealership. You work at a Ford dealership. You should do better than this because you've got the number one selling vehicle on planet Earth for 46 years, the F-150, dog, right?
Yes, sir.
So just check this out. So he's in all the Facebook groups. He's in the Toyota Grand Highlander group. He's in the Tacoma groups. He's in the Tundra groups. He's in the Camry groups. He's in the Corolla groups. He's in the EV groups. He's in the off-roading groups. And so he's in all of these free Facebook groups. We just did a podcast on this, like not this week, last week. I just aired his podcast where he talked about this whole thing. So if you're in social media, it's not just about you syndicating to your audience. Right. What you want to do, if I were you, I would be in the F-150 group. I would be in the Mustang group. I would be in the Explorer group or the Expedition group or whatever freaking Ford groups that there are. Ford new car, Ford used car, Ford off-road, Ford EVs. Find all the Ford groups and then find all the groups in your area. You know what I mean? Like there's local stuff. Like I live in South Jersey. So I'm like, if I was selling cars, I would be in all the South Jersey groups. So listen to this. He posted within 1 hour. He shared his screen and showed everybody in our group this. He posted in the Grand Highlander group within 1 hour. He posted 3 images of a Grand Highlander. Within 1 hour, it was spotted with the deposit in-house. And he got so many other people coming through that group for Grand Highlanders. He took 2 other deposits. In 1 hour, he spotted a car with a deposit and took 2 other deposits on inbound vehicles.
Wow.
But think about it. Like, bro, if there's a group, look, dog, check this out. I'm going to show you. And look, I'm going to do this because you're my client, one, and because, you know, game recognizes game. And I feel where you're coming from. So watch this. I'm going to go to Facebook right here and watch this. So you see this with your own eyes. Toyota Grand Highlander. This is the group. Look, it only had 8,000 members, 2024. It's got 8,000 members in here. You have to join the group. I'm not joining the group, but this is the group that he joined. And he basically, you know, it's a group that's just designed for people that are interested in the Grand Highlanders. So if you're posting information and pictures in it, boom, he's that, bro. It's crazy the amount of stuff that he's got. Now, let me break one more other piece down from you, and then I'm going to get another tip from you. But I want to give to get. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to just pillage you. Hey, check this out. You said you belong to church, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How big is your church? How big is your congregation?
It's small, man. It's, you know, less than 100. It's not that many.
Okay. So your pastor is the one that sells cars, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so why don't you team up with your pastor? Think about this. You know, I belong to a big Christian church called FAC in New Jersey. It's bigger, but even, you know, start at your church and go to your pastor and say, yo, I just talked to a trainer and we got an idea. Why not turn around and go to your church and create a value package proposition? First of all, just so you know, you work for Ford. Every manufacturer has special VIP programs that are not open to the public for military, law enforcement, first responders. There's a rebate. There's this, there's that. Why don't you go to your GM, the one that you respect so much, and say, hey, listen, man, you know how there's S plan, X plan, D plan, all this other stuff. You know how there's college grad rebates. Can I create something for my church? Can I create a program that says, hey, look, I would go to everybody in your church, you and your pastor, and say, hey, listen, guys, I don't know if you guys know this, but we are obviously, I'm the pastor here and he's one of our members, but we're also in the automotive industry. We want to help everybody here. So we just want to let everybody know in our church, if anybody has any questions, we don't need to sell you anything, but if you have any questions, if you want us to look at your paperwork, let us look at your paperwork, making sure you're getting a fair deal on your car. Let's make sure that you're getting, you know, a fair deal on your trade. Let's make sure that there's no bunch of BS that's in there. We want to just give you free advice. This is your congregation. You should want to help your flock, right or wrong. And say, hey, by the way, if we can help you and you buy a car from us, here's all the special things that we're going to do for you. Preferred pricing, preferred this. And, check this out. Ready for this for the pastor? Anybody that buys a car from us, I don't know if you've got a bird dog state. Are you allowed to bird dog people in your state or no?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, bro, listen, then think about it. Can you imagine anybody that's from the congregation, if they buy a car from you or their friends and family, why not hit the church off with a $200, referral fee? If you get 10 people a month from your network, the church is going to get paid $2,000. What's the bad part?
Exactly. No, that's good. That's good. Good stuff, man.
So listen, brother, this is the thing that a lot of people don't think about. There's something called macro selling is what I teach versus micro selling. Most people try to sell a car to one person or a 2-car deal or whatever. I'm saying change your paradigm, dog. Try to find organizations like police, law enforcement, church, whatever it might be. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just giving the idea for the church. Now, if you create this program and it's basically, here's what it is. If I was you, I would go and say, look, I want to make sure first and foremost that anybody that's in our church, if they need any counsel, any advice in any way, shape or form about buying a used car or financing or credit, anything automotive related, I'm your car guy. I'm your friend. I'm here. You're part of my church. I got you. I don't need to sell you anything. However, if the opportunity arises, you feel comfortable with me and you want to do business with me, here's all the privileges you get. I'm going to do this, and this. I'm going to make sure that you get this, and this. And then by the way, on top of all of that stuff for you, I'm also going to, my organization is going to, donate X amount of dollars to the church. So now if you were the church member, if you're win for you, win for the church, win for the prospect, the member. So think about it. So if I'm a member of the church, I'm like, wait a minute here. So the pastor and one of the congregation people are in the automotive industry, and I can turn around and deal with them because I trust them that they're going to take care of me and look out for me and help me and protect me from some people that might not be so kind in the industry, right? And so, wait a minute, they're going to do that for free. But if I actually decide to do business with them, I get all these special privileges and special considerations and special treatment because this is a special program, not open to the public. And then, by the way, the church that I love and I support is also going to get benefit from this as well. And it's not going to come out of my side of things. Why would they go anywhere else than you?
Why? Yeah, you're right.
Now, watch this.
You're right.
Then what you do, dog, listen to this. Okay. I'm about to Beyonce upgrade you. I'm about to Beyonce upgrade you right now. Okay. Then after you get the proven model, you feel me, bro? Then you and your pastor, he's got other pastor friends, right or wrong. You got other churches, other congregations, and you present this and say, listen, this is what we're doing with our church. Here are the testimonials. Here's the reality. Here's this and that. We'd like to turn around and open up this program for you. Now you got a much bigger church with more members that are feeding you and your pastor referrals for cars.
Dude, I'm being honest, Sean. I'm taking all of this and feeling stupid at the same time because I'm just like, damn, I've been leaving so much money on the table. Not like you say, man. I mean, that macro selling is the same thing as what I talk to my guys or the guys that not been in business about is about macro selling when it comes to the cars on the lot too. Because I've done just yesterday, I had a customer that I was selling a car to. Her mom was there. I started talking about another car, and now I have an appointment for her mom for today. And my manager was laughing at me because before the customer yesterday went into finance, dude, I was already working on a second car deal. And he's just like, man, you're never satisfied, man. Like you just never, and I think that's a part of what helps me to sell a lot of cars too, man. Selling one car for the day or two cars for the day, it doesn't make me say, oh, okay, that's enough for the day. No, man. Yeah.
Question for you. Now, listen to my words carefully. Listen to this question. Okay. What takes longer in an 8-hour day? To sell one car or sell 10 cars in an 8-hour day? What takes longer?
What takes longer in an 8-hour day, to sell one car or to sell 10 cars? Sounds like a trick question.
It can be a trick question, but it's a direct question. Don't overthink it. Just answer the direct question. How long does it take to sell? Like, what takes longer? Sorry, what takes longer to sell one car in 8 hours or to sell 10 cars in 8 hours?
It takes longer to sell one car in 8 hours because you're taking one.
No, it's the same time. It's like asking you what weighs more, a pound of rocks or a pound of feathers. A pound is a pound, right or wrong?
Got you. Okay. I interpreted the question wrong then. Okay. Got you.
So follow me on this. So again, in 8 hours, you could sell no cars, you could sell one car, or you could sell 10 cars. It's still the same damn 8 hours, right or wrong?
Got you. I thought your question was, does it take longer to sell that one car or individually those 10?
No. I know you overthought it. That's so follow
did.
me on it. So
Yes,
here's my point. But here's the point. 8 hours is 8 hours, bro.
8
so
hours
it's
is
on
8
you.
hours.
If you're selling no cars, or you're selling one car, you're selling 10 cars, it's the same damn 8 hours. Here's what they say. Beyonce has the same 24 hours in a day as you do. Michael Jordan has the same 24 hours in a day as you do. Jay-Z's got the same 24. It's 24 damn hours. It's what you do with those 24 hours is different. Absolutely. So here's my point. And here's the next crazy question. How often do you honestly spend time thinking about how can I sell to organizations? How can I find an organization that will give me deals on a daily or weekly basis? Have you ever thought of it that way?
No, I haven't.
Well, guess what? That's why the hell you're not doing it, because it's not there. You see what I'm saying? Now I've unlocked you, bro. I just took the safeties off because now I'm saying, brother, you are empowered. You absolutely have the permission of the car gods out there to sell cars to organizations. Now go be all you can be, right or wrong.
No, but that's why I said, Sean, as you were talking to me, I was feeling both ways because I get exactly what you're saying. I'm just like, how is this not something that Ben didn't think about? It seems so easy and but yet so yes, dude, I'm with you, man. It's like macro selling, man. Why sell one car when you can sell 10? I mean, it makes so much sense, man. It does. It makes so much sense.
So I'll do some more personal coaching with
little small stuff. You know, I do my little referrals. I got my own little thing going that I do with my own little stuff when it comes to
how do you ask for referrals? Tell us, how do you get your referrals? Let's teach the people.
So even Instagram, Facebook, or I get a customer testimonial. And I put that on Instagram and Facebook. So that's in every single person that I come in contact with, I have it on the back of my card that I give $100 for any person that you send that actually purchases a vehicle from me. So, I mean, you just always say it. If you say it all the time, if you put it out there in the atmosphere as many times as you get, dude, I'm going to tell you, the one thing that I've noticed is Google reviews are huge. And social media, like we were saying, was huge, right? So I could talk all day about bird dogs. I get 2 people on there with money in their hand that says, I went to Ray, or I sent 3 friends to Ray, and that is 10 times more valuable than anything I can say. Anything I can say.
So wait a minute. So let's repeat it because I know what you're talking about, but I want to clear it up for our audience. So what he's saying is, Google reviews are great, and talking about the bird dogs are great, but when you actually have the person that you're spiffing or you're giving the referral fee, the bird dog fee, if you have them on camera saying something like, oh my gosh, Ray just gave me money for a referral. All I did was refer him and I got free cash. That gets you way more juice and way more traction because it's coming from a real person that's basically validating. That's smart. So do you recommend that salespeople do that? They start not only offering it every day, every time, everywhere about the bird dogs, the referral fees, but when they pay out, they should get that video recorded and post that everywhere.
Absolutely, bro. That is going to give you 10 times more calls than customers, bro. Like it's amazing to me that I know people have known me since high school that I've been selling cars, right? And it's amazing to me how dry it is sometimes when it comes to referrals, as opposed to when I start posting people buying cars. When I post people with the keys in their hands and they're smiling and the people can see the car and see the person. Also, when I post about deals that I got done. I'm going to be honest with you, Sean. The under certain credit score that's going to be a lot of repeat and referral business that I do. And when Joe knows that Tom doesn't have good credit and he sees Tom on Instagram with keys in their hand and then I sold them a car, he knows, oh, wow, well, if he got Tom done, he can definitely get me done. So I target the certain markets just like that, too. You know, and it's, dude, it's.
Can I give you? I'm definitely gonna do a personal coaching session for you because I want to start to wind down. But I want to give you a pro tip right here. 2 things on this. One is if the deal. I'm going to tell you what I tell my kids. Right. I'm not trying to son you. I'm just saying that like my daughters that are in the industry. My other daughter, didn't tell you, has spent the last 3 years working at RK Kia in Vineland, New Jersey. So one of my daughters is now a national consultant, but my younger daughter is a beast. And she also put up $25,000 in 1 month, you know what I mean, in personal income at freaking 19 years old, 20 years old, 20 years old. Yeah. So listen to this. Okay. My advice is if the dealership offers $100, bro, if I were you, I would dig in my own pockets. For the love of God, you made $29,000, you know what I'm saying, in 1 month. You're making over $10, $15, $20,000 in a month. I would say whatever the dealership does, put in a minimum. What's your flat? What's your mini? What's your worst case scenario commission wise?
So I'm sorry I wasn't clear on this. All my bird dogs come out of my pocket. The dealership doesn't pay for bird dogs at all.
Oh, snap. I did not know
that. I thought you were, when you asked about bird dogs being legal, I thought that you meant like legally can they do it? But no, all of my bird dogs personally come out of my pocket. A mini deal here is $100. So I don't even care about the money. I give $100 to everybody, whether they buy, after they buy a car, whether or not I make $100 or I make $1,000. I give.
Oh, bro, I respect. I didn't know that.
Yeah. I'm sorry about that. I wasn't clear.
No. That makes sense. Then I was going to say at least. So that's crazy because not everybody gives referrals then in your store.
No, this is what I do. This is just my thing.
Crazy.
Yeah, this is just
and
my
what
thing.
I would do also, and then here's the thing though, but you should also maybe come up with deals. Think about this. You're on a pay plan, right? So you got to turn around and think of these people like agents. Think about this. So why don't you turn around and give them a pay plan? Say, listen, the first one that you get me that sells in a month, I'll give you $100. The second one is, you'll get another $100, but then I'm going to give you an extra 50. So the first one pays out 100. The second one pays out a total of 250. The third one will turn around and pay out, and then you just add that way. It's on them. You see what I'm saying? Because now they're motivated to get you another person because they make more money. Do you ever think about creating a stair-step program?
Program. I did. I actually had that for a little while, a few years ago. It got a little bit testy because you got 2 friends and one person refers one person and it should have been a third. So I mean, I did do that. I don't see anything wrong with it, and I do think it does give extra motivation. I try to be more on the customer service aspect of it, meaning I guarantee those people that they send to me 100%, they'll get the lowest price, they'll get the best rate. The car be clean, the car be gassed. So because when people send you referrals, right, not a lot of people do it just for the money. Most people do it because they want to make sure that they get credit from that other person for sending them a good guy, right?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So for me, I got away from the stair step as much as that. Now, for my people that send me the stuff, that's without saying. I give them a little bit extra, but for me, I just found it where I just focus more on the experience, the guaranteed customer service experience, more than just the money. Because the one thing I don't want to do is have people inundate me with people that they send to me that don't qualify, that can't buy cars and all that stuff.
I'm gonna turn you out on another idea here. All right, question for you. When was the last time that you hired referral agents?
Never.
Bro, why not? Are you your own business or not? Car sales like owning your own business. So, dog, check this out. Why aren't you putting an ad on Facebook, Instagram, on TikTok? Why are you not going to Glassdoor and Indeed and say, I'm hiring for part-time, full-time, seasonal, weekends, summertime, and it's 100% commission based. You're a 1099 employee and you're hiring referral agents. Do you understand that people out there sell vitamins? They sell makeup, they sell Tupperware, they sell adult toys, they sell every freaking thing on the side, right or wrong, legally. So think about this. Why are you not turning around and promoting across all your platforms and even take an ad out on Glassdoor and Indeed and say that, yo, I am hiring referral agents. All you got to do, I'm hiring for sales assistants, sales associates. I'm hiring referral agents. And again, it's not the dealership hiring, it's you. And what happens is it's really simple. It's a 1099 employee, which means it's not an employee. It's a general contract. You can do it legally and ethically. How crazy is that? Now you basically are recruiting people and they're 100% performance based.
Do I have to have an LLC or anything like that in order to do that?
I would do that. I personally would recommend that. And it only costs like $199 on LegalZoom.com, just so you can protect yourself from any type of liabilities or whatever it is. 100%.
Gotcha. So I can just go on LegalZoom.com and then create my LLC, and then I'll be able to like pay and cut checks off of that and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I like it, bro. I mean, it's just like when a dealership puts out an ad for a salesperson, right? It's the same thing.
Do you know why? Do you know why Mr. Koons is a multi-billionaire? Because he owns 20 plus dealerships. He's got 400 sales reps or whatever. He's got an army of people. Who's your army? You only make money on what you bring in, dog. Think about this. Yeah, you got to turn around and link up and squad up. You need to turn around and how you look at your GM, your squad that you're going to create. Now, can you imagine what you're doing? Now, can you imagine if you got 5, 10, 15 referral agents? I'm talking about tattoo artists, waiters, waitresses, people that work in hotels, insurance agents, real estate agents, mortgage brokers. You start recruiting all those people, and some of them you're going to give money, and some of them you're going to give reciprocal business. You go to real estate agents, insurance agents, mortgage brokers, say, listen, bro, I'm creating a network here. You refer people for here, and if anybody needs a mortgage, insurance, I'm going to come to you. That's how we grind on our Grizzly, fam. What do you like to think about that?
Oh my God, man! I'm gonna call you I'm gonna call you Chill Bump Sean, man. I'm gonna call you Goosebump Bradley, man. For real, because the reason why I say that, Sean, is because it's wow, bro. I had my real estate license, but the problem is time, right? You know, being in this business, you can't do open houses, you can't do a lot of stuff. So I haven't been able to do a lot with it. I'm sitting in my mind trying to figure out supplemental income. What do I need supplemental income? And the whole time I'm thinking something else, supplemental income, far as another job or nothing else. But now listening to you, my supplemental income could be tied into the car business with all this other stuff that I have out there. That's my supplemental income.
Bro, watch this.
It all ties into, oh my God. Oh,
wait,
man.
I got more before we head out. Check this out. Listen.
Jesus Christ, man. This is crazy,
in my circle are billionaires. Like literally, this is my circle, and I learn a lot from these people. You know what I'm saying? Like I try not to be the smartest person in the room, or else I'm gonna go broke. So I'm surrounding myself with like ballers. And you know what they say? There's 3 things that need to happen to become wealthy, in my opinion. 1, you need to invest in yourself in education. Now, you guys are Dealer Synergy clients and Brad the Demand clients, and you're educating. The second thing you have to do is invest in your business. You don't even have your own website, dog. What business do you know that doesn't have a freaking even Rita Water Ice Gelato, fam? They got a website. Fuck, they need a website for. You know what I'm saying? You're selling the second largest item for the average American, and for some Americans, the most expensive thing they'll ever have in their lifetime, and you don't have a website. You should be investing a little bit of your money in Facebook ads, Instagram ads to drive traffic to your website. You should have a fucking billboard right outside the dealership, and you need to build your brand within the dealership's brand. Bro, you're part of a multi-billion-dollar dealer group. You know what I'm saying? One of the best in the entire United States of America. And again, you don't have to, you think about this. You work for Koons Ford of Baltimore, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Koons Ford, listen to this, is not Ford manufacturer. They got nothing to do with Ford manufacturing on OEM level. They are franchise of Ford manufacturer. That's why Ford OEM has all their marketing, advertising, website, social, all that, then why does Koons Ford have all that stuff? Because they're not Ford, dog. They're Koons Ford of Baltimore. So you should mirror what Mr. Koons is doing on a smaller level. You need to build like how Koons Ford builds their brand within Ford's brand. The new game, the new hustle is for you to build your brand within Koons Ford of Baltimore's brand. Do you see what I'm saying? That's what you want to invest your money in, bro. You want to invest your money in saturating the market. Radio, if you like, I'm talking about like free podcasts. You want to go to with local businesses, bro. You want to do something? Go to local businesses, the Chinese food place, the pizza place, with your camera. I'm like, hey, yo, this is Sean Bradley from Koons Ford of Baltimore, and I'm going to one of the best pizza places. Boom. Guess why? Because you're gonna put that on your website and social media. You could tag them. What business is not gonna want to have somebody, talking great about them? Now you're cross promoting in all the businesses. You want to be in all the local businesses, social media and websites, and back and forth. Reciprocal business, bro. And when the average salesperson that is complacent with mediocrity is freaking huddling up and complaining and bitching and moaning, you are taking all the money, bro. You're getting all the money.
Yep. I tell people all the time, if you got time to complain, bitch, and moan, that means you aren't busy enough selling cars, man.
Woo! Repeat that.
If you got time to complain, bitch, and moan, you aren't busy enough selling cars, brother. Because honestly, just like I said, as soon as my deal is going into finance, I'm thinking about the next sale, man. My wheels are turning to the next sale. My GM's one of his famous sayings is, what's better than the sale you're doing now? And it's the next sale that's coming up is better than the sale you're doing now.
Let me show you this Let me show you this. I apologize to cut you off just because we're over time right here. I want to show you something.
I know, man. Again, when you're having fun, Sean, you always go over time. Hey,
well, look at this real quick.
I didn't get the third one. You said invest in yourself, invest in your business, and then what was the third one?
And the third one is going to be invest in your money. So again, step one, you're in step two, in my opinion. Now with the money that you're making, you need to invest in your business to make more money in automotive. Then once you're making more money than you are now, when you're making a ton, then you could start buying assets. Like again, with your real estate experience, that's what Cardone did. Cardone has $7 billion, almost $8 billion in assets under management, right? And what he did, he took all the money from automotive and bought real estate. 90% of millionaires invest in real estate. 90%. Do you understand? So if I were you, with all the money you're making, I would be buying duplexes, triplexes, quads. You know what I mean? And literally, bro, just passive income. But let me just show you this real quick. So you are in Bradley on Demand, and I don't even know if you realize this. And I want you to tell your GM too that I would love to do a sales meeting for you guys. So look, in Bradley on Demand, do you know that we have all this content from, dealing with the pandemic, full-blown CRM, phone sales, text messaging, internet sales, BDC, full-blown showroom sales. But look at this, the Millionaire Car Salesman. We have the complete Ali Retta content, the guy that broke the Guinness Book of World Records. I have a complete course of Ali Retta, hours and hours, from a guy that broke the Guinness Book of World Records, sold 1,582 units in a year, 209 units in a month, 35 cars in one day. So there's all Ali Retta's content there. Then I have the Cody Carter, the guy that sold 1,200 units last year. Okay, I have his entire program on here. I went to his dealership in California and used his dealership like a Hollywood studio. So we have his entire system. Then we have Frank Crenity, who works at Piazza Honda. He averages 110 units a month, and he's a beast. And then we have the number one female in the automotive industry, Chrissy Burton, who sold 74 cars in a month, all special finance deals. And then we have my daughter, T Got Your Keys, and everything that she's done. So the reason why I'm showing this to you is forget about me and all the stuff that I do with Dealer Synergy and Karen Bradley and LA Williams, the Blind Master, and T Got Your Keys. But part of what you have access to, my brother, is not a cameo, full-blown hours and hours from the top 4 salespeople in the world. The 3 guys are multi-millionaires, and Chrissy's a millionaire. You know what I mean? So how cool is it that you have access in Bradley and Man to the top 4 consultants in the world right here? Their full program, the strategies at your fingertips. Did you realize that?
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
absolutely
bro.
Not. Because
so you're going to go dig in?
Digging in. Dude, my mind is just going everywhere right now. I mean, it's, you know, I was talking to Shianti Rainey, who's in corporate.
Yeah.
She's the one that referred me. I actually knew Shianti about 10 years ago. We actually started at another dealership together, and I've been knowing her ever since then. One of the really good people in the business. Man, she was talking, and she invited 2 salespeople to come. One salesperson didn't want to come. So I was texting to her, and I said, hey, you know, I let her know the time and the hour. And she says, well, maybe after they see yours, you know, they'll understand the importance of what's going on here, right? And I had no idea the life-changing experience that I was going to have during this 1 hour talk with you. It's absolutely remarkable. So I'm happy I did it. And I had a blast with you, man. Thanks, brother. It's refreshing. It's just refreshing, man, to see a real person, real grind, all the real stuff in the business full of a lot of fake and phoniness, man. You know, It's just really good to see some authentic stuff going on, man. It's really a breath of fresh air, brother. It really is. Listen, it was my pleasure. A lot of trainers are full of it, man. A lot of trainers are full of it. And it's a difference between talk and action. And I can definitely tell you about that action. So I definitely appreciate the time. And I plan on picking your brain. I plan on texting you. I plan on emailing you. I plan on harassing you, man. So
it's a pleasure, man. Like, I love this. Can I just tell you, just as a trainer, this industry saved my life, bro. I mean, like, I came from like fucking the Vice TV show. I'll send you that link. It's crazy. Matter of fact, I'm going to get your cell right after this, because I literally have a national webinar I got to do right after this, like in 1 minute. So I got to jump. But I'm going to connect with you. I'm going to send you the Vice episode. We're going to definitely, have some one-on-one coachings. Do me a favor, though. Tell your GM about this conversation and tell Shianti what you said, because it means the world to me. Because, in anything, some people really engage and some people are like, they don't know. I want you to tell them what you heard and you saw. And again, you're not no chump. So, this shit is real, what I'm spitting right here.
Oh, absolutely, brother. Absolutely. I can tell the real from the fake very, very quick. And it's because of the experience, But no, man, sure. I definitely plan on talking about it. I emailed both my general manager and my general sales manager. Want to shout out my general sales manager. Gotta shout out Mark Rogers, man. You talking about Koons organization. He's basically a GM that's in a GSM title. He's turned down multiple GM roles because he wants to be here. He's one of the top used car buyers in the Koons organization. He usually does all the speeches and everything when Mr. Koons has his meetings for all the GMs and stuff. So Mr. Dennis is definitely the top, but I mean, he couldn't do it without Mark, man. He's the one.
It takes a village, bro. It takes a village. It takes a village,
man. Yeah, man. So I want to shout out Mark Rogers, my GSM. He's another one, man. He's here at 7 a.m. every day. He leaves. I can text him at any time. I can work a deal with him at any time. And man, that's what it's all about, man.
So there you have it, the Millionaire Car Salesman Podcast. This podcast comes to you every week from the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. If you have a question about the show or would like the chance to become a guest, feel free to contact us directly at 856-546-2440 or email us at millionairecarsalesman@gmail.com. This program is a presentation of Synergy Records, produced by Tiana Mick and L.A. Williams. Production and engineering by L.A. Williams. The Millionaire Car Salesman Podcast is hosted every week by L.A. Williams and the Millionaire Car Salesman himself, Sean V. Bradley. The Millionaire Car Salesman Podcast can be found everywhere, so please don't forget to review, subscribe to, and share the show. Thanks for listening to the Millionaire Car Salesman Podcast, and remember, where I'm from, money provides options. If you enjoyed this podcast, then make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and leave us a review. Let some other folks know about it. Oh, and don't forget to join the Millionaire Car Salesman group on Facebook. We'll see you there.